Hey guys, um, Greg and Darcy here, who's eating a treat. Back at you with another review. I cannot do a review on this, which is what I wanted to do a review on tonight, um, because the batteries are just about dead, and I just straight up did not want to do a review on a mech mod with half-dead batteries. So I've got to wait for them to fully charge. But anyways, I just got off work and I had enough energy and I'm not completely dead, tired. So I wanted to sit here with the rat and make a video because he's being awesome today. Aren't you, bud? Um, so today we're going to do it on the Doge3, which is what I actually got in my vape box. Yeah, sorry, I don't have it on this right now at the moment. I'm going to actually vape at the end of the video. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive down, show you, nope, don't fall, bud, show you a little bit about it, and tell you what I think at the end of the video. So, dive on down. Alright, so, this is what the box looks like. It's got shiny black on matte black lettering with, probably would help if I turned the right way up. Shiny black lettering on top of matte black. And that's supposed to be an E, I think. So yeah, it says Doge. And then it says ceramic right there. Copper. Little authentication sticker. And I got a green on there because the lettering on is green, excuse me. And then we got, I think, steel. And then on the back you've got all the stats and all that good stuff. When you open it up, little foam insert. This is actually where it lays. Like that. And you get a little bag of goodies. This bag of goodies actually has quite a lot in there. It's got your stainless steel single replaceable center pin, a copper single replaceable center pin, a little blue screwdriver like you always see. You can replace all your copper screws out for stainless steel screws, a couple extra copper screws, and peak insulators, and some other rings. Go ahead and show you all that. See if I can get it zoomed in a little bit better. There we go. You got all the goodies right there. Single pin, insulator, all that good stuff. So, nice little goodie bag. Now, let me actually. I've not done an actual up and close with an RDA in a little while, so I'm going to change back to my old format if I can get my little stand thingy out. Oh, nope, here it is. I'm sorry. So y'all are gonna go on a little trip. Sorry if I make anybody queasy. Yeah, sorry, my desk is a little damn messy right now. Alright. There we go. Get it to actually sit correctly. There we go. Alright. Now I got juice pouring out of it. Isn't that great? Where is my towel? Oh, wash it. There we go. Alright. So here's what she looks like. And like I said, mine's green. So, oops. I'll start over here. So mine's green. So the little E is going to be green. And then again, just like the outside of the box, you got matte black finish and shiny black lettering. It's kind of subtle. It makes it look kind of slimline. I mean, not slimline. Cleaner. Makes it look cleaner. But you still see the branding right there. We can get back in to the lights. There we go. Just a little, barely see it right there. Some nice big juice flow hole. I mean, nice big airflow holes, and then one over here too. And since this was a Vape Box exclusive, they actually printed the Vape Box logo on the other side, which I kind of like. It's kind of cool. Um, then you've got this protruding 510 pin. Now that's something Doge has always done really nice. Is their 510 pins? They always protrude quite a bit, so that's very very hybrid cap friendly. And then you see ceramic, copper, steel, Doge right there engraved on the bottom. And then up here we got the drip tip. This is an extremely wide bore drip tip, and it is not made of normal material. It is actually ceramic. Um, I actually had to look it up because it didn't feel like regular steel or plastic or glass or anything. So I was a little confused, and I actually looked it up, and it's actually ceramic, which explains why they say ceramic on just about everything. And then you see that wide. I mean, it is wide bore too. Here's hey, I'll show you the bore on the Velocity clone here. Oh, Velocity clone is actually a little bit bigger. Well, the mouthfeel on this makes it feel like it's like gigantic. Because it's such a thick wall of ceramic there. I don't know why everybody keeps going to ceramic this, ceramic that. Ceramic's not that great, in my opinion. But this one actually works quite nicely. It diffuses the heat very well, so you don't get that burnt lip feeling when you chain vape. Then let's take the base off here. These O-rings are tight, 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 which is good. I'm going to take my wicks out, show you guys the deck a little bit better. Sorry about the really crappy build I got going on here. I kind of threw it together for the tasting, the juice tasting for the vape box. So it looks a little crappy. Plus, it got shifted around a lot. And I'm rambling. I'm going to shut up. Alright. Excuse all the juice here. I think I got it all out now. Alright. And inside, we don't... Sorry. Cleaning my stuff. Cleaning my stuff. Blah, 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 blah. Cleaning stuff. Alright. So inside, we've got a stainless steel barrel that is not painted or Cerakoted or anything like that, which is good. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not a huge fan of the painted insides because I saw, not to down the troll or anything, but I saw back when I first started vaping, I saw the troll had paint on the inside. And like I said, it's not a bad RDA. It's just I personally don't know how I feel about getting all that hot on the inside and then vaping. I'm sure it's fine. I mean, I imagine it's fine. It's just my own personal opinion. So it's a nice big deck. And if you notice on the bottom of the ceramic drip tip, there's no O-ring. The O-ring is actually right here. Right there. So yeah, that's the barrel and the drip tip. Let's go to the deck. This is a change for them. This is a big change for the Doge. Let me grab my let me grab my Jack Callis Doge here. I got a deck out of here. Alright, this is actually why I didn't like the Doge. See, you got these nice gigantic holes, post holes here. Nice gigantic post holes. But you've got no deck to put it on. No deck to put it on. And on top of that, if you look in here, the top cap actually sets on top of here. So that even cuts it down even more. So you can't utilize these gigantic juice flow, these gigantic post holes when your deck is small like this. It doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. And then on top of that, these airflow holes are right on top of the friggin' deck, like right there. So if you oversaturate your wicks just a little and you got just a little bit of juice, it tip it the wrong way and it just flows right out. I'm not a big fan of that. So enough about that. Let's go to this one. They did give you larger post holes. They're not tiny. You can probably fit 222 in there if you really needed to for some strange reason. It'll definitely fit 122. And even if, let's say, by chance you wanted to go 20 gauge, you could probably fit that in there too. I think they'd be pushing it. This is actually Clapton wire, and it's pre-made Clapton. So it's about a 22 gauge. And it fits in there with room to spare. And they swapped out from a single center post to a split center post, which I'm not a big fan of, but I like it on this, actually. It looks, not, it works very well. It works very, very well. It centers your builds up a little bit better, and it just works. They realized that they were taking, this gigantic, they were taking up way too much room with these decks, and I mean, you just look at the top there. I mean, it's a lot of friggin' room there that they're just killing, and now they've got. Well, I mean, that one center post takes it's the size of this split post. I mean, that's huge. So they made it for smaller builds and easier to build builds. And if you look, you've got a deeper juice well. You've got a lot deeper juice well. Let me get tweezers here. Tweezers. I'm going to show you how deep this damn juice well is. It's pretty damn deep. Ooh, sorry, that's kind of gross. Beard sheds every now and then. Sorry. That's pretty damn deep. I mean, it's not the deepest I've seen, but it's deep. A lot. It's a big change from this thing, which was barely anything. I mean, this is on par with the mini RDA as far as juice well. But they also kept the good airflow, because that is one thing that this had, was great airflow. And so they kept the same size actual airflow slots, but it's actually hidden. I mean, not hidden. It's instead of having to turn your RDA, I can't even fucking turn it. You would have to turn this. Sorry. You actually had to turn this, and it would close and open. I mean, I guess I hope that you guys can get that picture. It would close and open based on how you would turn it. Well, instead of having a top cap that turned, they integrated it into the deck, and your whole barrel turns to cut off your airflow. You can no longer do single coil builds, which was one thing I did like about the Doge 2. I never did a review on the Doge 2. I'm sorry, guys. I hate to use the damn thing that much. I tried using the Doge X2, and it was just that bad. It was no change at all. But they've got this nice airflow. It's nice open airflow now that doesn't leak juice, and you've got a bigger deck, a more roomier deck to build on. They've actually really done well with this. They've done really well with this. But I'm going to re-wick her. I'm going to put her on a mod and show you how she actually vapes. So we're going to head back upstairs, and you get to look at my beautiful face again. Alright, welcome back. So, in conclusion, sorry, gotta move stuff around a little bit. In conclusion, I like it. It's a huge improvement. I think they've done a shit ton with this compared to the Doge 2. I didn't even see the Doge 1. I heard it was... Sorry. Camera slid down. My monitor's a little bit thinner than it used to be. But I didn't even see the Doge 1. I heard it was that bad. It was just so bad that nobody bought it. The Doge 2, I mean,
I'm not a big fan of it whatsoever. I actually hate the damn thing, but people bought it. Hell, I bought one, but I absolutely hated it. To anybody that loves it, I'm not downing you because you love it. You know, to each his own. I knew, there's somebody that's gonna like it out there. Um, but with this one, they have done wonders compared to what the Doge 2 was. Um, I mean, the good airflow that they actually had with the thing, it's still there. That's the one thing that they really had nice that's there. Um, I did like the gigantic, nice post holes, but you can't have that on a 22 millimeter 3-post RDA like that because you completely kill your deck size. You can't build on it, and then you get the airflow coming on top of it. That cuts it even more. Um, and then it just leaked because you tip it one way and just comes right out if you over drip the tiniest bit. Um, but this one is nice. The ceramic drip tip, I didn't like it at first because I thought it was too wide on the mouth, but um, after using it for a while, it grew on me a lot, and it does not heat up anywhere near as bad as any drip tip I've got. Like when I run tanks, I usually use the glass ones because they don't heat up hardly at all. Um, but I chain vape like crazy sometimes, and they do heat up a little bit. This barely heats up at all. Like you can hardly tell. Um, and it's a nice mirror finish to it too. I kind of like that. And the airflow is very whooshy, as Grim Green would say. Um, and it does. It sucks right up, right. If you actually look, where you build your coils at is right next to the airflow hole. I mean, right next to it, which is a sign, a little bit under. Um, so it's going right up next to those coils, almost up under those coils and around your coil into your mouth. Uh, your mouth hole, as Grim Green would say. Sorry, I'm a huge Grim Green fan. If you guys haven't been able to tell by now, so I think they've done wonders with this. I think it's done really good. Um, I do recommend it to people. Let me pull up the price for it. E-City normally has everything the cheapest. That doesn't mean that's not going to be out there cheaper. Rebuildables. Here we go. Doge3. Now, because this one came from Vape Box, there is normally like a little cartoon dog looking thing on it. I'm not a big fan of that, but it's not horrible. I mean, um, it is a very clean atomizer. Machining is very nice. That's another thing I didn't touch on. The machining is nice as hell. It doesn't like when you put it together. Everything fits together very nicely. The O-rings are not too they're not too tight. They're saturated in juice right now, and it's still here. And that's an RX 200, so that's a heavy one, and it still holds on. So that's another thing I didn't like about the Doge 2. The O-rings were insanely tight. You had to really. I mean, y'all saw me getting the top cap off. It was nuts. So the O-rings are nice. The machining's nice. It had no oil on it whatsoever. I washed it just to be safe, but it had no oil at all on it. But back to the that thing with the guy with the eyes and the face and the nose. No, back to e-cigarette. E-cigarette's got it for $41.99. Now, if you want a Doge, buy it. In my opinion, there's probably some other Addy out there that's cheaper. I mean, the Arkin is friggin' a 3-post RDA that you can buy for 25, 20, 25, $30. is cheaper. $42 isn't an arm puller, but at the same time, there's still some RDAs out there that you can get for cheaper. But I still recommend it if you've got the $41 and want a decent RDA. Um, it comes in all black with blue, green, yellow, and pink accents, and then they also have a all pink with black accents. Um, not a pink guy. Um, I probably would have picked the green one, which I'm glad they gave me green. Green's my favorite color, so I recommend it. I recommend it if you got the 42 bucks and you want to spend it. Yeah, sure, go for it. It's pretty good RDA. Here, I never even showed you. This is I've got it on the RX 200, running at 46 watts, with dual Claptons, dual pre-made Claptons, and I am vaping on the blueberry cornbread stuff, the Flute and Country 6 milligram juice. So bear with me because it's 6 milligrams, but I mean, so the airflow is good enough to give you some good clouds. It's a good RDA. I mean, what else can I say about it? It's a good RDA. I'll put the link down to eSiggity down the crush box there, the description box, and like always, like, comment, subscribe. Again, I always love any comments I get. Always love them. I love when I get to work and I pull up my account and I'm like, oh, cool! I got an account. I got a freaking comment. Awesome, sweet. You know, and I try to respond to every single one I get, but sometimes I miss one or two. I mean, I don't get a whole lot, but I still try to respond to all of them. Anything else I need to say? There is a lot more up for review. There is the Aspire Cluedo tank. It's probably going to come next week. I actually just gave mine to a friend of mine because he lost his whole setup. So it's a good tank, though. I'll do a review on that soon. I've got the Wismec Noisy Cricket by Jabo coming up, and I got a surprise coming that I'm pretty excited about if I can get one in time. It's by a private maker of boxes, and I'm having a little issue with PayPal right now. But if I can get it bought, I'm gonna have a pretty cool mod to show you guys, especially since I'm a nerd. Y'all see what I'm talking about when I get it. And I've got. I'll be honest with you. After the poll with the iStick 100 watt temp control and the Botofo Chieftain mod, I decided to do both because I really want a Chieftain mod, and the iStick needs to be reviewed. So I'm gonna end up doing both, but that's gonna come. I'm gonna pick those both up next week, so it'll probably be in about 2 weeks, hopefully. That's about it for updates. But yeah, anyways, like, comment, subscribe, and take care.